Welcome everybody to your Law and Attraction of Money reading. Hope you friends are doing great out there. If you friends like this, please like and subscribe. Okay, getting straight into this. See what is going on with you, my friends. Using the Law and Attraction cards. Best message. So you want to realize that when you are doing Law and Attraction, the whole idea of Law and Attraction is making sure that you're putting out a vibration all the time. That's of a higher positivity, right? Because you have to realize that you're already putting out a vibration all the time to the universe, and the universe is answering your questions and all the time as well, whether you're unconsciously or consciously thinking about the situation. And this, of course, is what makes your life experience is what you are, right? So remembering that every time that you think hard about what you desire, the vibration is answering you, whether you are doing it negatively or positively. Okay, so let's always remember that. Okay, so your card coming out is... Ooh. My life story and the law of attraction. So having this right here, what a beautiful card that is. This is talking about each and every component that makes up your life experience is drawn to you by the powerful law of attraction's response to the thoughts you think and the story you tell about your life. Your money and financial assets, your body's state of wellness, clarity, flexibility, size, and shape. Your work environment, how you are treated, work satisfaction, and rewards. Indeed, the very happiness of your life experience in general is all happening because of the story you tell. So make sure that you're telling a story that is on a positive side. Instead of running around going, I can't do this and I can't do that, and that'll never happen. Right? This never happened. The more you keep telling a story like that, the more you're never going to have anything. So you got to figure that there's the three powerful N's that we don't want, right? And that's called never, no, not going to happen, right? All the negatives. So you want to stay away from those. You don't want to run around and tell people, well, that's never going to happen to me. That's good for you, but that could never happen to me. The other one that you have coming out, you actually have two coming out. So the other one is it comes not by magic, but by universal law. It's not magic. It's the universal law. What you feed to the universe, you get back from the universe. But prayer is so important, right? Feeding that good energy for the prayers and well-being of someone else. People pray for you to get better. It's all law and attraction. Start telling a better feeling story about the things that are important to you. Do not write your story like a factual document, weighing all the pros and cons of your experience, but instead tell the uplifting, fanciful, magical story of the wonder of your own life and watch what happens. It will feel like magic as your life begins to transform right before your own eyes. But it is not by magic. It is by the power of the law and attraction and the deliberate alignment with those laws. So you're actually aligning yourself to the universe. The more you downplay yourself, the more you're not going to get anything out of that. If you say I never can, then you won't. Just forget about it. Why? All right? Remember that law and attraction is energy and a vibration. That's 90% of your energy. 90% of your energy is law and attraction. You have to remember that you could create an abundance, and then yet you might feel like if I'm creating an abundance, I can only hold on to it so long. You ever felt like that? Like sometimes, like I have it, but then I lose it. There could be a blockage. So, you know, be careful of the blockages. We need to tap into the mind and emotions and find the block and breaking that block. A lot of people's biggest problem is a blockage. So that way it only feels like you reach a ceiling, right? And that means that if like I'm reaching a ceiling, then it tops off, then I can't get any more than that amount. And you feel like that. You're like, well, here comes that 250, you know. Well, it's $2,500 or $250. It doesn't matter. It just feels like it reaches a ceiling and I can't get past the ceiling. Well, that's because you have a block. Right? Understanding the concepts of money and how money have their own energy, because everything in the universe has a vibration. Everything in the universe has an energy. Once you figure out what that block is and you go past that, then you'll feel the ceiling it'll keep raising and raising and raising. Kind of like raise the roof, right? Why? Because then it starts really moving in a rapid pace. It starts setting a new course, making sure that you don't counter-manifest though. Because if you start counter-manifesting means all of a sudden I'm thinking negative. I can't, oh, I've reached this high. Oh, I bet I can't go any higher than that. Oh, no. I hope I can do that again. No, you just keep saying, I can do this. So make sure you're not saying the powerful ends that keep you down, not none and never. Okay, so we have these topic cards. We're going to use the topic cards as topic for you. These topics actually make you think about what is going on within your life, giving you an understanding of why I'm not receiving, why I'm not receiving the way I want to receive. So let's see what the next one is. So receiving, why am I not receiving what I receive? And then we'll get a question card, so that way you can ask questions to yourself for your own blockage. Next card, please. Image. What is the image that you give yourself? What is the image of what you need? Can you imagine what you want? Okay, so let's go under receiving. I wonder if I can move this over just a little bit. And it's still, yeah, it's still in camera frame. Let's go under receiving over here, and we have these question cards. These will put an angle on the issue, and then allow you to think about it. Receiving wealth. Spirit says this is where you're having your problem, is receiving wealth. How do you define wealth? Think about these questions. How are your actions moving you towards wealth as you define it? And how are they moving you away from it? So think about those, my friends. These are your blocks. Once you figure out, how am I moving away from wealth? Maybe in some ways, in some areas, you move towards it. And then other areas of your life, you're moving away from it. Could be a possibility. So how is it? Going to image. This message for image. Exceptions. Wow. Okay, so under image is exceptions. When it comes to money, what do you believe is true for other people, but not for yourself? Why? What do you want to do with this information? So, thinking, well, like I said, that might be good for you. I wish I could have that. No, you tell your life story. Oh, well, one day I'll have that too. Why is there exception to the rule for you? What makes you different from them? Do you really believe that there's an exception to the rule? Do you really believe that you're in this box over here where everybody else can have stuff and you can't? Breaking the blockage to making sure that you understand that the image that you give it and that you give yourself about the money allows you not to have. So breaking that chain, breaking that barrier, accepting that I'm no different from anyone else. There may be some exceptions to the rules, but maybe their rules are a little different than mine. Maybe it's because they're overly positive, so it's just going to take a little more time for me to get. But there's really no exception to the rule. I'm really no different from anyone else. With hard work, positive attitude, I could have the same. We're talking about the norm, right? Some people that are out there that have old money, old this, old that, you know, just leave those old people alone, right? Because they have their own issues, right? Right? Okay, so going back to receiving, we have lineage. How do the experiences of your parents and ancestors influence the choices you make around money? Oh my gosh, and we've done this one before, you guys. We've done this before through just regular chakra readings, right? Which aspects of the pattern do you want to keep and which ones do you want to stop? Receiving. You can't have that. And there's going to be many out there who actually remember those readings. We've done them for, so many signs. The ancestral, well, you were born in the hood, so you can't have nothing. Only grandpa can have that kind of stuff because grandpa owned the store down the street. Your dad and me and your brothers and your, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be nothing. So a lot of times the things that we're told when we're growing up, right, keep us away from things. Now, mind you, money don't grow on trees. It's absolutely correct. It takes hard work to make money, right? But through positive attitude, we can find the jobs to make the so-called money tree grow, right? And it's true. They're right. Money doesn't grow on trees. I would never sit there and say, of course it does, No, it takes a lot to get there. But the choices that are surrounding this could actually be linked to you, this is for some of you, by the concept that you can only, oh man, that makes that ceiling though too, right? You can only make so much. You could never be this. You can never be that. You're too stupid. You're too not this. You're too not that. Really? So these things here hold you down, block you, keep you from doing the things that you want to do in life because you already accepted that my life story says, that my mother says, money don't grow on trees, we're from this area of whatever, and we're never going to be no one. Break the barrier, my friends, in so many ways. There's so many different things that you can do. Go outside of that box, break that blockage, and say, that's absolutely incorrect. I can be anything and everything I want to be here, right? That's why I'm here. I'm not here to just be nobody. I'm here to be somebody. Okay, so that's for somebody, right? That's not going to resonate with everybody. But boy, we do come across that one a lot. Okay, and under image, clenching. Where is there tightness around money? Where it could shift to make things flow instead of constrict. So we need to figure out what is it that keeps the tightness around the money, right? What thought, what image is there about money? Remember, right? Just like remember. because it's still probably, for a lot of you, still coming from this area over here with the lineage, since they're going side by side. What could shift to make things flow instead of constrict? What images do you have about money that can actually make them flow? How about this? The universe is abundant and has tons for everyone. Right? Don't listen to what society says, because society wants you to be underneath their thumb. Right? And it just comes to show that with money and certain things that society has put you into a box, especially if you're in, certain locations, or yourself has put yourself into a box, or heritage has put you in a box, however you want to see it, and you need to break open that box because it blocks you. It says, oh, well, if I get a bunch of money, then maybe the tightness around my money is I can't spend it once I got it, and I got to sit on it because there ain't going to be much more. Guys, the more you spend money, you save money, the more you spend money, the more you get it back. If you're just going to hoard it, why? Think about this for a second. I mean, just think normal. Why would the universe want to give you money if you're just going to, if you're going to roost on it? Right? You're going to save the money, you're going to roost on it, and it will build and grow. Right? But if you sit on all of it, and then you become tight about it, too tight about it, to where you're not doing anything with it, I don't know, I wouldn't want to give it back to you. Kind of be like giving a kid a toy. He plays with it for a little while. He opens the box, plays with it, and then puts it right back in the box and puts it back in the closet. And then says, I'm not going to play with this anymore because one day it's going to be worth millions. My whole theory was, well, then you probably should never have opened the box, if that's really what you're doing. But the point is that I didn't buy the toy for you to wait 35 years for it to become worth millions, Yeah. Kids used to have all those Pokemon cards, right? We threw them all away because they're done. Now they're saying they're worth hundreds, thousands of dollars, but it doesn't matter. Did you have fun playing with them? Or are you worried about how much you're going to actually succeed to make? So, when you're clenching in tight to the ideas of what could be, make sure you're separating what you need, what you want. See what I'm saying? So yeah, you still want to save and spend, but if you clench onto it too tight, you're not going to have any fun with it. Now you're just becoming Scrooge McDuck, sitting on all this money and then telling Huey, Dewey, and Louie over here that, you don't need a new toy. Some people are like that too because they get worried that it's not going to come back. But remember, what you spend comes back to you. I love this one. The overall card, guys, coming for the image and receiving is entitlement. Do you believe you deserve to be rich? Think these questions. Why or why not? Either way, how does your gut response to the question illuminate your relationship with money? Talking about that relationship with money. We respect the money. There is a type of respect when it comes to money because you have to have it. It's kind of like having respect for food, for everything else that we have. Remember, the respect is, if I have it, I save some of it, then I spend some of it, and then it cycles back to me. Putting yourself at a pace. Putting out that vibration. It's okay to spend this because I will get it back. Because you have to remember, right? You're tuning into a vibration. You are an antenna of energy. Understanding that everything in the universe has this vibration. So if you spend it, it will come back. Don't be scared. But don't overspend it either, because then if you overspend, then you take advantage. So we don't want to take advantage of things. Think of money as kind of love. You don't want to take advantage of your lover. So you don't want to take advantage of money. So that means you want to just burn money, right? You want to make sure that there is an even balance flow between what you save and what you spend and how you earn it. Okay, so let's get some other cards. It will come. So, nice message. There it is. The learning and clarity of growing the money. Having the self-growth and the understanding of money. Making sure that you become creative and having creative ways to deal with money. How am I going to deal with money? Taking action with your money. Right? So you could say, well, with the Queen over here, you're expecting the position and authority of your vibration right? Financial gain for the future. So there's going to be this new understanding to start building. Making a decision on how I'm going to do this, following your impulses, doing the things you need to do to have a turnaround. And having the Ace of Swords is the best way, right? Because this is, like I said, the clarity, the understanding of how I'm going to build this using your intuition, cooking up a great, brilliant idea, right? Feeling like you need to take action and understanding of how money can come to you and how money and these things deserve respect and recognize your value to money because you're no different from everybody else on this planet. Like I said, don't put those elite people into the program. That's old money. There's something different about that. That's handed down here to here to here to here. We're talking about just having enough money to be able to know that I have this and I have that. Right? I'm not talking about winning the lottery, because we always have to understand the universe really doesn't care about the lottery. Okay? Let's just get that straight. That really is, you know, a lot of times just by divine, it's not even divine, it's just chance. A lot of people who win the lottery lose it within years anyways, because they don't have the respect and the understanding of money. Think about how many people who won the lottery, you guys, who are poor, because they had no respect and deservance of the money to begin with. They couldn't keep the money. It was a disrespect. We have to respect everything that's around us. You know, and it's crazy because those who won the lottery should have been able to build on that lottery. They should have been able to keep that money. If anything, they could have built bigger, better dreams. You know, what's crazy is those who really want to win the lottery probably will never win the lottery. And it's crazy because it's just like Spirit saying, because you really don't need it, because you already have everything that I've given you, because you already have what you need. So it's almost like they give them to these people who they know are just going to burn right through it and do absolutely nothing with their lives. And it is true. If you go look at the database, it's like 95% of the people who win the lottery are broke. Plain and simple. Because they have no respect, no growth, no understanding. How are you going to hold on to money and build more money upon what you want when you have no creative ideas, no respect, no authority? I mean, you know, you got to figure so many people want to win the lottery just so they can build their own business. They can go on the vacations, feel financially free. But you know, you can do that all right here. You don't have to win the lottery. You can do it within yourself. It's going to take some hard work. You know, you still have to go to work. Right? It's not going to just fall in your lap. But the point is once you feel all these things and you get to where you want to be, you tell your life story as, I'm busting my butt and I know I'm going to have these things. You'll have so much more. Like I said, are you going to be millionaires? I can't tell you that. but you will have enough to feel like you're in the right place. And that's the most important thing, right? This is not a reading of greed and you know, you watch so many law of attractions. You do this for 60 days. You're going to be a millionaire. Just bullshit. Don't even listen. That's a lie. Right? It's like, I don't know. And then some of them do. I don't know. Where they sell their soul to the devil. I don't know, guys. Right? Seriously. But the majority of those are BS. Because why? It's going to take you all this time. It's going to take longer than 60 days to get your energy, actually, correct. But you will see the end results. You will see it. When I started doing this, it took a couple of months. I don't know about 60 days. Maybe about 6 months before you really start seeing the real turnaround. I think within like the 4th month, I actually started seeing kind of the turnaround, but I was saving money. And I kept thinking, you know what? How do you define wealth? What is wealth to you? And I thought, you know what? Wealth is just enough for me to feel comfortable, to be able to save enough money, to be able to do the things that I want, feed the kids, clothe, have some fun, buy video games, get ready to save money to go on vacations. Of course, coronavirus, thank you very much for not allowing that to happen. But it's not the point. The point was, what were the actions you were going to take to make it happen? Every small step. Every small step said, I have this, I've got that, I've got that, I've got that, and it started happening, right? And that's the way it's going to be. And then you have victory. Do I feel more victory? Heck yes, I do. Heck yes. Because why? I didn't allow it to tell me no. I continued to progress. And you will continue to progress too, because you're no different from myself. You will become your own emperor. And you might even feel like you have the Midas touch. You're going to start feeling like you have the Midas touch. There's going to be some months that are not as good as others, but that's just a part of life. You have to go with the lows to go with the ups. There's going to be tests along the way. You're going to say, how well are you saving money? How well are you doing this and that? And you say, I'm busted. I'm doing good. So some months this is going to be a downpour. It's going to feel like it's raining, but you don't give up and say, I'm not doing good. This isn't going to work. I can't do it. No. You're going to say, oh man, I'm having a bad month. That sucks. Now the save money I have to go use. But you know what? What was the point? The point was, wait, what did you say? You have what? Save money? Oh, now you don't feel like oh my gosh, I have saved money. Wait a minute, I can do that. Wait, I didn't make any money this month, but I have saved money. I can still eat. Oh my God, I can save that bill. I can go pay that bill because I have this saved money. And I know it's true because it just happened to me in October. For the first time in my life, I had saved money. And it saved my life. You know what I mean? It made me feel, why did it save my life? Because it saved me from all the stress and the worry. Because then I said, wow, I got all this saved money. That's so cool. Yeah, I might have been trying to save it for something, but you never know what you're saving it for. In the end, who cared? Because then you just start saving again. You have that respect for money, and then it comes to you, and then it wants to come to you again. It says, hey, you got to use me for something. And then I said, yes, and now I'm saving again. Putting it all back. What is it? Because I am becoming more aware of my feelings about money. Absolutely. Many people protest when we explain the power of telling the story of their finances, and they want it to be rather than as it is, because they believe that they should be factual about what is happening. But if you continue to look at lack of what is and speak of lack of what is, you will not find the improvement that you would desire. If you want to affect substantial change in your life experience, you must think thoughts that feel different as you think them. So yeah, when I first started, I was like, hey, you know what? And this is what you guys do. I don't have much money today, but I'm going to have a lot tomorrow. How about that story? That way you don't feel like you're lying. You know, because I'm not telling you guys to go out there and say a bunch of bullshit. Be like, I'm the richest person ever. You know, that's not what it's talking about. What it's talking about is kind of persuading it to be different. Because if you keep saying, I don't have this, and you're telling people, I don't have that, you might as well just continue to just stay there. Now what you say is, I'm working on getting this together. I'm improving my desires. I'm in a process of doing something different that's actually going to make a huge turnaround and push it towards the positive. So that way, you know, people say, well, I thought you were poor. Yeah, I might not have exactly what I want at this time, but I'm working on it. You know, but then you have to think there's so many other things you're actually rich in. Well, you know, it's okay because I still have my house, my car, my clothes, my kids, the love. I have so many other things, so I don't really think that I'm poor anymore. I was starting to think that maybe I'm a little more richer than I thought I was. Good health. To kind of deter the situation. Love this. Now, this one is one that I could have used back in the day. Rather than complaining, I will focus on positive aspects. Is that the truth? I don't have this, and I don't have that, and I don't think I'll ever be anything. That's the same thing, right? Rather than complaining about what you don't have, focus on positive aspects of your life. And that's exactly what I was just saying, right? Well, I might not have this, but I have my family, my love, my health, my wealth. You have so much more. That is going to actually change the aspect of the money itself in its own way too, because you're going to put them all into this abundance and prosperity basket and then lift it up, right? Yeah, I'm working on all these beautiful things because I'm going to have this huge clarity, understanding, and this huge breakthrough. Okay, and that was a beautiful reading, my friends, and until next time, peace and love. Bye-bye.